The top 5 biggest Disney cruise mistakes. Number 1 absolutely has to go to the stateroom beds. Their biggest mistake was not making some stateroom categories that have 2 single beds. That's what a lot of other cruise lines have. They have 2 single beds pushed together if you want to sleep together, and if you want separate beds, you can just pull them apart. It's really nice to have that. I actually really enjoyed that when we had it. It was on a different cruise line, obviously. And I think Disney Cruise, back in the day, I think they did have single beds, but I'm not positive. In all of your non-suite, just regular stateroom categories, you're going to have a queen bed as the main bed. There'll be a couch bed. Many of them also have a pull-down bunk bed that is recessed into the ceiling and they pull it down. That's actually really cool because it's got stars up on there, so whoever gets to sleep in that top bunk, they can stare at the stars all night. I think that's really a lot of fun for the tiny humans. And for tiny humans and even youth teens, I do believe that the couch bed is okay to use. But for adults, that couch bed is really rough. We had 2 adults on a 3-night cruise. One of us had the queen bed and the other one had the couch bed. We literally had to switch because the couch bed was so awful. So we traded back each night. That couch bed was still awful. I will never sleep on that again. I will make sure that the people in my party don't have to sleep on that again because we're all adults. And I think if you're a very tiny adult, then it's probably okay. But for, I would say, probably 75% of adults or more, it's gonna be a little bit rough. And we've tried it on both the Fantasy and the Wonder. It's awful. They really messed up. Big mistake by Disney Cruise Line on that. I hope at some point they kind of change that up a little bit and have some category of room with single beds for people that want actual beds but travel with another person they don't want to share a bed with. Okay, that's my rant on that. The number 2 biggest mistake they have made is they have teeny tiny elevators, especially on the Magic and Wonder. And I hate to call out the Magic and Wonder for anything negative. And full disclosure, I haven't been on the Magic yet, but it's very, very, very similar to the Wonder. And the Wonder is my favorite ship. We will get married on the Wonder. So I just really don't like pointing negative things out about it, I guess, because it is my favorite ship and it's so fabulous. But those teeny tiny elevators are awful. It was fine right after COVID because they had it limited to 1 party or 2 people per elevator. Those elevators, in my opinion, hold 4 people max. You will often see at least 8 people stuffed into those elevators. You won't see me in there with them. I'll take the stairs or go somewhere else or just wait. But those teeny tiny elevators, especially if you've got kids, strollers, wheelchairs, they're just a little too small. One other thing that's a little too small actually is number 3, biggest mistake. They have teeny tiny pools. The family pool literally looks like tiny human soup. You cannot swim in these pools. You can barely stand around in them. Some of this footage that I have is going to have them really open. That's because it was literally day 5 through 7 of the ship cruising again in 2021. There were 450 people on that cruise, and that ship can hold 2,500. So they got amazing pool time. But other than that, they're not good. Actually, the adult pools are better than the family and children pools, which really amazed me. The Wish is going to have a lot more pools. I think they're going to be kind of waiting type pools, some of them, but I think that might help break up the concentration because you don't have everybody at 2 places. They have an infinity pool in the adult area on the Wish. I can't wait to check that out. An infinity pool overlooking the ocean? Heck yeah. Number 4, huge mistake, is their buffet. The buffet hours really suck. It is closed way more than it should be, in my opinion. There is quick service that's open, and there is 24-hour room service that is included with the cost of your cruise. If you get that, make sure you tip $1 or $2 per item. You can do that in cash or on the app. But I really think they should have more availability for the buffet. I don't understand why they have such limited hours. So here's an example. On the Disney Dream, breakfast from 7 a.m. to 10:45 a.m. That's fine. Although honestly, 11:30 would be nicer. Daily lunch buffet from 12 to 1:30 p.m. What? An hour and a half for a lunch buffet? I mean, I don't get that. And then daily sit-down dinner from 6:30 to 8:30. They used to have an evening buffet, now that's a sit-down dinner. So basically, the buffet is only open from 7 to 10:45, 12 to 1:30. I personally do not like buffets. This does not bother me. It bothers a lot of other people though, and I get it. The buffet's huge. They could at least have part of it open with some more variety, some more desserts. I think people would like that a lot. They do have some desserts that are included in the Cove Cafe case, but that's in the Quiet Cove Cove area that's 18 plus. There are a ton of desserts in the buffet, and teens in particular eat a lot. I really just don't understand why the buffet's not open more. That's just another huge mistake on their part. Number 5 actually has to do with food also. They almost never change their main dining menus. The pasta pursuettes at Animator's Palette are a huge favorite. That restaurant is on all 4 of the ships, and I think they'll probably never take away those pursuettes. But I'm surprised that they haven't changed more of the menu, like at least a dish. Remy is an exception. Their menu does change. It's very upscale French dining on the Fantasy and the Dream, and they have more of a seasonal menu. But all 3 main dining restaurants have the same menu all the time. They vary from ship to ship. Animator's Palette doesn't, but the rest do. Now I do like their prime rib, so I'll go for their steak almost every time, and if it's executed well, then I'm good. As a matter of fact, pro tip, Serenity Bay's 18 plus area on Castaway Cay has an adult only lunch buffet with ribeyes on it. Oh my gosh, they're amazing. I love those ribeyes. They're very thin, but they are still very good. But it would be nice to see some menu changes. At least maybe every 5 years. I think they're really slipping there. An honorable mention, I really wish I had footage of this because Vibe, the teen club, on the Magic and Wonder is not very exciting. Vibe on the Dream and Fantasy is amazing. It's got their own pool. They've got like this really cool entrance that changes colors. It has a steel door that you have to use your key card to get in through, so parents can't just walk in there. Obviously, you need to, you can, but it's just very cool for them. It's like their own space. In general, Vibe is for guests ages 14 to 17. It provides them their own special place where they can break off from the family and connect with other teens from around the world. Designed with their interests in mind, each lounge is laden with amenities and activities that will keep them engaged. While designated as a teens-only hangout, Vibe is chaperoned by some of the coolest counselors at sea. That's true, he really liked those counselors. In a laid-back way that allows teens to feel as unrestricted and comfortable as they can possibly be, but still obviously under supervision. Vibe also features a coffee bar, serving a wide selection of non-alcoholic beverages, including fruit smoothies. And here's what Disney has to say about their differences. On the Disney Dream and Disney Fantasy, part nightclub, part sun deck, totally awesome. Hang out, kick back, and make new friends at this super cool teen retreat. Vibe's Hangout Central is its high-tech media room, where teens can watch movies or play video games on a 103-inch LCD screen with digital surround sound. There's plenty of seating. They have these little pods where they can go watch their own thing if they don't like to hang out with everybody else. In a separate stage area, they have talent shows, karaoke contests, dance competitions, and aspiring DJs can even spin and mix tracks. Very, very cool. And for a more mellow experience, recline in your own built-in oval wall pod and game, or watch a movie on a personal video screen. And then it's got that private pool out there just for them that also has ping pong, foosball, and an old school giant checkerboard that's on the floor. It's really cool. I really wish I had footage of it. The vibe on Dream and Fantasy, I was really surprised. It's really, really cool. Vibe was a total game changer for us when he was 14, and I really wanted him to have a great time, so the Magic and the Wonder were out. Obviously, I did not know it would be my favorite ship, but I'm glad we did that because it provided the experience that I wanted for him. On the Magic and the Wonder, Vibe is in the iconic red forward funnel of the ship. Vibe invites teens to unwind at an urban, loft-inspired haven where stylish industrial elements merge with music, gaming, and all the latest trends. Amid brick, concrete, and technical architectural flourishes, teens can sip on a flavorful coffee or smoothie, play the latest tunes, and socialize with kids their own age. In this vibe, they have multiple flat-screen TVs, video games, board games, and tablets. And they also have an area for dance parties, karaoke, etc. It's just one big open room. They've changed some of the furniture out, so it does look a little more modern. It almost has a 70s feel to me though now, but that's because of the colors and the shapes, how it's kind of modular. If you haven't seen it, our last video, if I were starting Disney Cruise in 2022, this is what I'd do. Has some good points in it. Go check that out. Thanks everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing and coming back. I just really love it and I appreciate you being here. And we'll see you real soon with some more DisNEEDS.